Hey guys, welcome back to Pharaoh Iron and Customs. This is Michael. How y'all doing today? Kind of running out of time. A lot of days like that. Finding this Febudaily thing is not very easy. So, what I wanted to do today was get these front end parts washed up, and there's just no way. I'm running out of daylight. I'm not going to get that happen. I'm not going to be able to make that happen. So, what I'm going to do is I haven't talked about what I'm doing for rear suspension, or I may have mentioned it in a video or two, but my goal is to set this thing in the rear on Chevrolet trailing arms, which is the 62 to 73, I think, Chevrolet truck arms. It's the same setup that they've run in NASCAR for years, right on up until this year. I think they changed this year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tape measure because, and I'm missing one of my cold plates. I'm kind of unhappy about that. I'm of the understanding that this works best if that is straight. Well, on a loaded vehicle, there's no way that's going to happen. So we're going to get into this more whenever I get the chassis apart and we can, cover it thoroughly and during the build. But so what I want to do today is measure the chassis, and I'm going to run out and measure the chassis on the 63, because these came off of a 63 Chevrolet just like the one that I have, except for, it wasn't the same truck, obviously. So anyway, let me grab my tape measure. Okay guys, I don't know how much of that y'all can see. The reason why I'm wanting to run the trailing arms instead of like 4-link is I'm trying to keep the link bars underneath the floor as much as possible. I mean, I know I'm going to have to cut for the, I'm going to have to cut for the drive shaft, and I'm going to have to make the transmission tunnel bigger, and I'm going to have to cut for probably, there's going to have to be modifications, but I want to keep the rear seat area and the front seat area as close to stock as possible. And so the chassis is 4 inches thick, and I think it's about 33 inches across. It's hard for, this is another reason I need to get it higher in the air so I can get under there. So we're going to go to the back building and measure the Chevrolet. Alright guys, I don't know if I can get a decent angle, but this piece that the drive shaft runs through is what I'm looking at. That's where the trailing arms on a 62 to 73. That's where the trailing arms bolt, and then they bolt directly to the back axle, and the spring runs between the trailing arm and the chassis on this car. So the chassis on the truck is 36 inches wide to the outside. I measured the car to the inside, it was 34. So, but it's 6 inches thick. Alright, so I'm just kind of fishing around for ideas. This is a fairly popular swap, and it's fairly popular. You can get parts for this truck to do the like a 6-inch drop in the back, and they make a cross member that has 0 to 4 degree of trailing arm, where you can change the trailing arm. And we're not talking about setting the pinion angle that way. We're talking about setting the anti-squat. So not that it's gonna matter, I don't think, terribly on that car, but I do want it to get it as close you know, I want it to be a good driving vehicle. So if y'all want to read about trailing arm suspensions on hot rods, I'll leave a link in the description. There's a website called Hot Rods to Hell, and that's what they do is they sell trailing arm suspensions, and they have a ton of different vehicles on their site that conversion's been done on with their kits and stuff. Like I said, I just have a set of trailing arms that I kept off of the parts truck that I had when I acquired a parts truck to get some doors off of because my doors were rotten, and I kept the trailing arms. That was one of the things I kept. So anyway, like I said, sorry about the short video today. I didn't have a whole lot. Don't have a whole lot of time. As a matter of fact, it's kind of a nice spring day, so we're gonna go and well, it's not spring yet, but spring-like. It's 75, and I apologize to anybody that's watching anywhere else in the world. I don't know what that is right off the top of my head in Celsius, but so I'm gonna go out and have a little fire this afternoon and enjoy the rest of enjoy the first part of the night. And tomorrow, I mentioned this several times that this is 2 days ahead, so tomorrow's Friday. On Saturday, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get that front suspension back on that car, get it cleaned up and get it put back in there. Barring anything unseen, the front suspension will be back on the car so we can move it and get it jacked up and get the frame level so I can start working on other parts of the car. I'm still waiting on the camera kit, and I don't know if it's going to be here this week. I may need to call Shoebox Central and see when it's supposed to be here, but I can put it back together and mount the upper A-arm and the holes that it's supposed to mount in on the car. Because like I said, all I need right now is to be able to put the car back on four wheels, move it, and get it jacked up and get the frame level. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe. If you know anything about setting up the instant center, or what's the other one I said? Hell, I'll correct myself when I get to this point in editing. But if you know anything about setting those measurements up, let me know. I've been trying to do all the research I can, and I don't know, it's maddening for you know, I guess it's, you know, they have closely guarded secrets for stock car racing or whatever reason. I don't know. Anyway, so there'll be more videos to come on that. I'm just getting some ideas about whether I can use one of those factory cross members or whether I'm going to fabricate something or what. Anyway, thank y'all. Have a good day.